So this time outside my garage, so welcome back to the channel. Instead of spending time in the garage, we're actually going to drive the car today because the sun's out. It is a bit windy, but we're going to drive the car.
Just thinking about my addictions. You've got your own. It's so hard to tame this condition. Just let it go. These fragments of puzzles and pieces, they slowly conjure.
Anyway, thought I'd give you a change of scenery from the garage from the last couple of videos. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a walk around because that's been recommended by a subscriber by the name of Nelson. I hope I've got your name right. So I'm going to start with the outside. The outside of the car, the first thing you're going to notice is the colour on the car is Honda NSX Vivid Blue. It's a pearl blue. Body kit wise, it is running a full Dulux body kit, which is the front bumper, side skirts and the rear bumper. My prized possession on the car is it's a genuine Jun rear spoiler. Bit of a Marmite spoiler that not many people seem to like. However, I absolutely love it. On the rear of the car, I don't know what you call it, it's a Vortex rear spoiler. Fins, I don't know what they're called. Yeah, so that is the exterior. It's obviously got LED rear lights. Insane. Wheels are running, it is running rotors. These are rotor rotor grids, I think these are called. Up front is they're 19s. Up front is 9.5J wide, and the rears are 10.5J wide. They do have Dulux stickers on, and behind you can just make it out that it's had a vinyl wrap, but obviously the vinyl wrap's a bit aged up to now. You've got these little winglets. I will put the name on who makes them on the screen because I can't actually remember. You've got the one on the side skirt and then you've got the one on the front bumper. I think that gives it a clue. Bonnet, I might be wrong with this. Again, I will correct myself if I'm wrong. It is a borderline carbon fibre front bonnet with the carbon fibre Nismo lip. With, I'm assuming that is a GTR carbon fibre grille. Gunner door mirrors with carbon fibre, come on help me here, what's these called? Wind deflectors. That's pretty much it for the exterior. It's obviously got fiberglass front wings with the vents in. The rear does have GTR quarters, the rear quarters. Brakes, it's standard calipers, but I believe that the discs are a different make. I'll have to look at my spec list because I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but they're a lot bigger than the normal size disc, but they are the standard calipers, just painted a fancy purple. Onto the interior. When you open the doors both sides, first thing you'll notice is the blue on the door cards. One of my very favourite touches is its bride material, same as the bucket seat that I've just pulled out of the passenger side. So it's got bride material on the door cards as well as the sun visors and door card that side and centre console matching. The two seats are Cobra bucket seats, fixed bucket seats. They're a bit of a mission to get in and out, I will be honest. The fancy little badges. Gauges wise, you've got, can't even remember, oil pressure, oil temperature, water and rev counter. You've got air fuel ratio, your double din unit, and that there is my tyre pressures and temperatures. Nismo style, I don't think this is genuine, but it's a Nismo cigarette lighter cut off switch kind of thing, look-alike. Personal steering wheel with snap off Boss kit. Fixed bucket seats. As I've shown you before, it's got the Dulac rear brace, which I try to polish up, which if you can try and make out, it wraps all the way around and it goes through the rear window. The base in the middle there, trying to get to it, that base there is just a custom bar that's been made. In the rear, seat belts have been removed. It's a 12-inch JL Audio subwoofer with, I believe, a Kenwood amplifier that's built in down there. The fins there you can see, all built into the box. Yeah, so rear seats are now unusable. Rear seat belts have been completely removed. For the driver's side of things, obviously this is stuff that I was on the car. I can't claim any modifications apart from stickers at the moment. Sun strip and the steering wheel, that's the only thing I've really changed. Personal steering wheel, I've obviously wrapped it in a sticker bomb vinyl. It does have a start stop button, which I think is awesome, absolutely cool. This big red switch, because a lot of the time I watch videos and you see switches and you wonder yourself, I wonder what that switch does. What that switch does is arms a red light, which is there. You can see it's armed, and what that does, maybe a bit cheesy, but I kind of like it, and it's going to stick, but it's my night racer front light. Another thing that I have changed are the Nismo clocks. The reason why I changed the clocks was the original clocks, the rev counter, which is a common fault for GTSTs, well, R33 GTSTs, is the rev counter gets what they call the crazy rev counter, which gauge goes up and down. So I changed it because of that. And I fell in love with the fact that it's white against the blue, so they're going to stick. Headline has been redone in black. You've got your gauge up here, you've got boost gauge, and you've got voltmeter in a carbon fiber A-pillar pod. Sound system to go with this subwoofer, you've got Vibe Black Air speakers. I think I need to get that one changed, so that could be a video coming up. And I hate vlogging when there's people watching me. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the bit that everybody's been waiting for, especially you, Nelson. We're going to open the bonnet and show you what's underneath and explain what sort of modifications engine-wise this car has got. But before I do that, I've got to open the pins on the bonnet. And there she is, in all her glory. As I mentioned before, the carbon fibre bonnet. One of the modifications that's been done is the gas struts, which I think is pretty cool. Again, wrapped in a vinyl wrap, a sticker bomb vinyl wrap. First thing you're going to notice is the big ass strut brace. That is an auto select strut brace, and the thing behind it is an Ortec RB26 oil separator, which goes into the catch can here. Turbo wise, it is a Garrett GTX 3076R turbo, which I've just had rebuild. So it goes a 3-inch off the exhaust, Blitz exhaust, 3-inch all the way through off the turbo. The Y front here, there's nothing special, it's basically just for show. The car is running a Link ECU, so it's MAF-less, there's no boost controller, there's no MAF. So all this here is basically just for bling. That there is an aftermarket power steering reservoir, because I melted the other one, because on my way home from bringing it home it rested up against the turbo and it kind of went to shit. So Epman, that's the make of the reservoir. Quite a cheap upgrade, and I think it looks really, really smart. You'll notice on the engine, RB26 covers with the custom bit of work here done to clear the cam pulleys. Painted in purple. Tommy strip. with another Tomei, people pronounce it, I pronounce it Tommy, people pronounce it Tomei oil cap, onto a Grady intake manifold. I believe this is a Freddy intake manifold, but we've had no problems with it, with a genuine HKS fuel rail that has Evo 6, I believe, 560cc injectors pumping your fuel in. I think this is an 80mm throttle body. I'm not entirely sure what the intercooler is, with quite a girthy rad, aluminium rad. Another cool thing that I've changed, not by choice, I lost the other one by accident because I forgot to put it back on and it fell off on the road, but that's quite a cool nifty D1 spec rad cap, gives you the temperatures. It's amazing how many people actually comment on that. Still running the standard fan. What all these mods give me, it gives me just over 500 horsepower. Okay, so that's a little insight of what's on the car. I hope you appreciate the extra information, the insides of the car. I think it's time to get some boost going on. One thing I forgot to mention, it's got Sparco, I don't know what you call them, seat belts? Harnesses, that's the word I'm looking for, harnesses. Just before I set off, there's all the gauges. As I mentioned before, down below there we've got tyre pressures, and if I press buttons, which I haven't really had a play with it, it gives me the temperatures as well, which I think is pretty cool. At first I didn't really like it because I thought it was quite Halford special, but it kind of grows on you. And we're back home. I hope you enjoyed that. I gave the camera to Annabelle, so I apologise if the camera's all over the place because that road is not the best. But some boost noises, if anything. Put the car through its paces for the change, because I don't really drive it like that often enough, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so I'll put the car back in the garage. It's not straight. I still need to practice that. It does my head in because I can't get it straight. Get in the dark. Let the camera adjust. It's not straight against the wall. Never mind. It's in and it's home. And we've had a good night, a good afternoon, not a good night. Anyway, until next time.